It is one of the most famous addresses in the world, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, the White House.
From the President's office in the White House in Washington, D.C.
Since 1800, every president has called it home, and presidents have been at the center of events that have changed the course of our nation and the world.
We shall overcome.
I shall resign the presidency effective at noon tomorrow.
Kuwait is liberated. Iraq's army is defeated.
Today, we join a group of middle schoolers to learn about the office and how it serves we the people.
Who lives and works in the White House? The President of the United States lives and works in the White House.
The president serves as the chief executive and commander of the armed forces, all defined in Article 2 of the Constitution as the executive branch.
The United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden.
Any nuclear missile launched from Cuba against any nation in the Western Hemisphere as an attack.
When we look to the Constitution, the duties and responsibilities of the branches are laid out in the first 3 articles. And the second is delegated to the executive branch, the office of the President of the United States.
They also needed someone to have a central viewpoint and to provide the leadership that's necessary even when people have the power, and so that is the executive.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
It's the president's job, the executive branch's job, to enforce legislation.
Under the law, I yesterday issued a proclamation calling upon the mob to disperse.
But the executive can't do it alone. Much of what the president tries to do needs the approval of we the people, represented in Congress.
And I'm asking the Congress specifically to reaffirm this agreement.
They limited the power of the executive and made it subordinate to the Congress, to the legislative branch. And so the executive can only do those things that the Congress gives them the power to do.
I ask that the Congress declare a state of war.
The president is allowed to appoint cabinet secretaries. They can exchange opinion in writing. They sign and veto legislation. They can appoint executive officers. They can seek treaties with foreign nations.
But even these actions must be either approved by Congress or Congress can override a presidential veto.
It takes a 2/3 vote. It has to be very significant. And so it's rare, but in fact, the Congress can override the president.
The START II treaty with Russia will cut our nuclear stockpiles by another 25%. I urge the Senate to ratify it now.
I've put forth a number of ideas for how to improve the Affordable Care Act.
It's the only office in the United States where all American citizens have the ability to vote for who will hold it.
Our Constitution is a document in which we, the people, tell the government what it is allowed to do.
I, Donald John Trump.
I, Barack Hussein Obama.
I, George Walker Bush.
I, William Jefferson Clinton.
Do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States.
And will, to the best of my ability, preserve,
protect, and defend
the Constitution of the United States.
So help me God. We the people are free.